Ram Krishna Hari. Continuing with our series on the tribute to the feminine energy, today's session will be on Avvaiyar. Historians believe that there were three Avvaiyars, one dating to as back as the Sangam era, that is the 1st and 2nd century CE. The second Avvaiyar was in the 12th century and the third one was in the 18th century. Though we pay tribute to all the three wise old ladies, our session mainly will be on the Sangam era poetess. It is believed that Avvaiyar, the Sangam poetess, got a vision of Lord Ganesha. When he asked her for a boon, she said, "Grant me the looks of an old woman, grant me wisdom, but do not give me youth and beauty." It's very surprising, isn't it? Because generally a woman would ask for youthfulness and beauty. But here was this lady asking for just the opposite. The reason she explains further in one of her compositions is that she did not want anyone to cast an evil eye on her. Also, she said it would be easy for her to convince the rulers of the Tamil civilization about various policies regarding their state governance. Avvaiyar composed almost 59 poems, and she was of the belief that these poems should not be restricted only to the king's court. They need to reach the common man. So she travelled from one village to another. She would share the poor farmers' gruel or porridge or kanji as you call it, and in turn entertain the farmers with her poems and songs. Her poems had an essence of virtue, familial relation, friendship, love, non-violence, politics, governance, and above all, ethics. She would sing in praise of a small-time chieftain, Athiyaman Anji, who wanted to avert war with a neighboring chieftain, Tondeman, and he used Avvaiyar as the ambassador or messenger of peace. So her compositions were largely in praise of this chieftain who averted violence or averted any type of disaster, not only to his own village but even to the neighboring villages. This messenger of peace, after some years, felt that she had finished her mission on earth. But at that time, she was given a darshan by Lord Kartikeswami or Murugan, who appeared as a small child and was joking around with her, having a banter with her like how a grandchild would have with his grandmother. Finally, when he revealed himself, he said, "Your mission is not over yet, you still have a lot to do." And he blessed her and gave her an amla, which is a gooseberry, which indicates the eternity of life. So what he blessed her was, one can have a physical end to one's body, but one's literary work remains for generations. So can you imagine, her poems, which were composed in the 1st and 2nd century, are alive even today after 2000 years in many of our Tamil literature, and of course translated into English by many learned scholars. Avvaiyar, also known as Avvaiyar Paati. Paati is a grandmother in Tamil. She has authored many aphorisms which are a guide to moral life. Aphorisms are single phrases which have a lot of truth in them, or rather they are truth itself. In Sanskrit you call it as Subhashit, and in Hindi it's called as Satyavachan. These aphorisms are taught even today to children as an introduction to poetry. Not only do they have a shortness in their length, so which is easy for children to memorize, they also have a volume of depth with these children as they grow up into adults, start applying those truths to their life in practice. Another Sangam poet, Thiruvalluvar, had composed many philosophical verses. These are called as kurals. The then Pandyan king, Idaikannan, he said that these kurals are nothing but compression of all branches of knowledge all over the world in one small phrase. He compares it to all the water of the 7 seas filled inside a hollow mustard seed. But Avvaiyar corrects him and says, A mustard seed is too large. It is filled inside the hollowness of an atom. This shows that not only was she philosophical, but she was also scientific in her temperament. This great poetess has only one temple in India dedicated to her. This is at Kanyakumari. But something phenomenal happened in 1991. The International Astronomical Union named a 20.6 kilometer crater on planet Venus as Avvaiyar crater. What more do we want? Wait, it isn't over yet. The NASA's Cosmic Questions exhibit has Avvaiyar's quote translated into English as, "What you have learned is a mere handful. What you have not learned is the size of the world." With this, we humbly bow to this great poetess, Avvaiyar Paati. Till then, we keep chanting Ram Krishna Hari.